And that's just too much, man. It's the obvious weak point because they're all broken like that. Been in front of the house for almost 30 years. Hell yeah. I worked as a front of house supervisor and then a food and beverage manager, outlets manager. I enjoyed being front of house. I enjoyed front of house quite a bit. I enjoyed back of house just as much. But yeah, my reasoning still stands. I'm not going back until I can control a lot more about the company that I work for. I'm not in the military. My dad was in the Navy. I used to have a high and tight growing up. So it's a very natural haircut for me to go back to. Though this is a lot less tight than I had growing up. I used to get a 2 on the top, 1 on the side. This is a high skin fade. I love front of house money too much. I had a very, very smart mentor when I was at school who told me, don't become a server. Because if you become a server, you'll fall in love with the tips and you'll stop moving forward. Because I've always been very achievement, very self-progression based. But my mentor said, if you become a server, those tips will be very hard to walk away from when it's time to move on. And I took that to heart and I became a manager, and I didn't make dick for money, but I had a lot of great experience, and I met some very fun people and I learned a lot. And then when it was time to leave, I was more than ready to go. Because you put you on salary, and once you're there, your ass is working. So I did make good money even on salary, but I didn't feel too attached when it was time to leave. To the money, to the money. All right, so this spice mix here that I'm working with, this is cumin seeds, ground arbol pepper, some coriander, some Szechuan peppercorns, red Szechuan peppercorns. All right, and what we're doing is we're frying up the chicken and then salting it and then tossing it here in this spice mix. The idea is that the chicken gets thoroughly spiced and starts to hold those pieces of pepper flake, the cumin, all of it, right? While still having that good crisp, that good crunch. Okay, that's quite good, very tasty. So very briefly, I'm just going to remove this oil. And we'll go ahead and just do plate number 0. So now this oil should be nice, have some rich flavor to it. But it's perfect for us to reheat our cooked veggies, right?